can the Syrians free the hostages tomorrow?
Hello, it's the football news. How's it going? How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? And how are you? Are you all right? Right. Okay. So in my hand, I have a piece of paper. So this is the squads for the JJs and Alt JJs, and as promised by Alan before, you would hear this weekend the squads and other announcements. Other announcements might have to come later. That's about friendlies and stuff, but I ain't doing that right by now. So yeah, we're going to go through the squads. We're going to go through each player, and I'll tell you a little bit about them in case you don't know. A lot of new guys, and some old ones have departed. So let's go through the squads right now. Okay, in goal we have Seb. Now Seb's been compared to many animals. He's been compared to the octopus, the cat, the cow even. He himself likens himself mainly to the otter. Yeah, bet you didn't know that. We asked him why he compares himself to the otter, and he said, don't know really, just feel it in my heart, feel all ottery. And next we have it's Flo, French Flo. Now Flo is going to be occupying probably the right wing back area, as there's a few absences there. Sweaty neck, cheesy, crazy. So he's going to be occupying the right. Very young, about half of some people's age. So I believe his favourite toys are Lego, particularly the Ninjago range, and French ticklers. Yeah, loves French ticklers. Yeah. Right. Okay. Next we have Nims. Is it a cross? Is it a shot? No, it was a very short backwards pass, but who cares? It's still gone in anyway. That's the magic of Nims's boots. I don't know how he does it. Maybe the boots are actually magic, or he has an encyclopedic knowledge of the wind, which is probably why me and him get on so well. Right, next we have, it's Dan West. Okay, so Dan West, the Wild West, was involved in a duel between him and the other Dan W, which was Dan Watts. The forfeit, of course, was whoever lost had to get out of town. Get out of the country, in fact. So Dan Watts lost. He's going back to England. Very sad. We'll have a party for him soon, I'm sure. Been here many years. Good player, isn't he, Dan? Funny as well. How many red cards last year in one game? That was good. So yeah, the duel was won by a Mr. Dan West. Hopefully he'll be winning many more duels at high noon on a Saturday afternoon this season. Next on the agenda we have, it's Damo. He is the human incantation of Ramman. Now many of you are about 3 minutes old and you won't even know Ramman. Here's a clip.
Boy, did that hurt. Ramming things may look like fun, but it really isn't. Trying to use your head the way I do is not only dangerous, it's dumb.
See? Wasn't he just like Ramman? Hey, boom, jumping in the air but quite small, yada yada yada. By God, that guy's got heart. I think that's why he got Player of the Year. Get mixed up with him or Sean got it, or they sort of shared it out. Or I'll give it to one because just fairness for the other, because they're both freaking great, weren't they, really? So, awesome stuff. Love Damo. Only guy who'll win a 2080 ball, stand up, and then win a 793 ball immediately after. It's awesome, and it's great stuff. Love Damo. Right, next we have, it's Alan. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but Alan's actually improved rapidly since he switched to a side parting. Yes, he likes a bit on the side, Alan. And in fact, his part likes a sliding. Hang on, side parting. Part sliding up into vaginas and stuff. I don't know what the joke was, something like that, but I can't remember now. Doesn't matter, wasn't funny, but he loves knobbing stuff. Right, okay, next we have, it's Dex mate Bradley. Now Bradley is Welsh. Now a few of you out there, particularly alt JJs, are a little bit slow. So let's just go through that. How are we looking at you looking? Okay, Bradley is Welsh. Now the TV funny man on the chaser, however it's called, is Bradley Walsh. Okay, so I hope you saw the difference there. There's a whole letter difference actually. A to E. So Bradley is Welsh, Bradley Walsh. Okay, think about it. Next we have, it's Bass. Now despite his name, Bass, that's not his favourite type of fish. Not the bass. It is not the bass. Many people do not know this, but his actual favourite fish, he told me, is the trout. No joke there. Honestly, it's just what he told me that his favourite fish, I can't remember why, but he said his favourite fish is the trout. So just ask him about that. But otherwise, football-wise, yeah, he lives up to his name, doesn't he? The lolloping legend. Okay, next we have Sean. Sean will be back in the JJ's midfield. Like I said, I believe he was Player of the Year. Players Player of the Year, I think that one. I won't tell you, who cares? He got something good because he was good. And he'll be back in the midfield along with his little tube of DP that he puts in his pocket for the ladies. And also when he's chilly to rub onto his little body, and when his spiky hair goes down, he can put it on his hair as well. Brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, hot-headed. Next we have... Hang on, is this alright? Is this still filming? You filming? Yeah, okay. Next we have, it's Anthony. Now this is James Marshall's mate. Can't remember what I thought about Anthony. It was Anthony. From the James Marshall, Anthony will be... Oh, he's the one from Birmingham, yes. So I hear he's in midfield, and I hear he's a good communicator, which is very nice, because sometimes you've got a man on, nobody tells you, so we need someone, especially someone from Birmingham, when someone's behind you, they can go, Mate, I don't want to be a nuisance, but someone is in your close proximity. Something like that. Was was that Cockney? I don't fucking know. It was downright rude, I know that. Right. Next we have James Marshall, Mr. Versatile. He could play anywhere you put him. Jimmy Marshall, eh? I just love watching Jimmy Marshall running around like that. But he's very good. He can play anywhere. He can play in the hole. I mean, literally, if you dig a hole, he can play in that hole. Just remember to bring him some food and water every couple of days, and he'll be all right. Jimmy Marshall, everyone. Next we have Stuart. Now, Stuart is another one I don't really know. He played the other day, played very well. It was within 5 minutes it was decided he was in the JJ's, I think. He'll be replacing Dan, probably, in that midfield area. He's Scottish, so they say fit ba instead of football. So if you just want to go through that, especially you slow alt JJ's, it is fit ba. Well done. Fit ba. If he says, pass me the fit ba, he's talking about not the sport, the actual object itself. Pass me the fit ba. Okay, so well done. Right, so... Right, I've got to crack on time. So yeah, hopefully, oh by the way, hopefully he turns out better than the last Scottish one, who was a sweaty racist. But it was Al's fault, he invited him. Right, next we have Stefan, the doc, who was clocked. How ironic, eh? The doctor being the patient. It's like, I don't know, it's so ironic. Maybe this year, what else can he do? He can maybe get sent off for having really short hair or something. I don't know. Makes no sense. I know. Next we have Declan. Another who spent last season crocked. Out a long time, bearing how much he loves football, it must have been a right bugger. So to catch up, he's been ODing on football and plays, what, about 12 times a week? Really getting that cardio up, along with a bit of rigorous sexual activity, most likely. I don't know if I've heard that or if I just assume it. I don't know why, he just looks dirty, doesn't he? Dirty deck. So, yeah, he's probably been doing football and sex, I assume. Probably sometimes at the same time, maybe. Which, probably why he was in trouble with the Wellington constabulary. And Simon McPherson. Real name, Harry of Windsor, I believe. Yeah, Prince Harry, isn't he? It's definitely him. So, Simon, a lot of goals last year. Sports Arsenal, what can I say about size? In Europe now, fannying around for about 8 months. Yeah, great player, loves football. Not as much as he loves rattling that Meghan Merkel, but he bloody loves football, so good on Simon. William, Harry, whatever he's called. Next we have the knacker scratcher himself, and the final player on the judges list, it's Cal. That's what I said, knacker scratcher. I don't know, in my mind, I think of Cal. I seem to remember him, he's like that. I don't know, is that just me, or am I thinking of my old headmaster? Can't remember, but yeah, the knacker scratcher himself. Sorry, Cal, I'm only kidding. In between checking for abnormalities down here, he's pretty much he's a potent weapon up the front. If only he'd stop checking his potent weapon, he might actually be a bloody good player, Cal. Right, let's have a look at the full team, the full squad on a football pitch, so it makes it really easy, especially if you slow alt JJ a lot. Here we go. So as you can see, there they all are, your goalies, defenders, midfielders, attackers, big squad, lovely stuff. Oh, there's cover everywhere, isn't there? There's options, there's cover, there's just a bit of everything. That's what you need, a good mix. You know what I mean. Alright, so now let's get on to the all ages. Let's do this super fast. We've got in goal, it's Helmet. Now, Helmet was returned last year from a big half-season out or so with broken ribs or bruised ribs or something. He said, "I'll be back," and he came back like his fellow Austrian Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, so he's back, and he came back, and he, if I total recall, he played very well until the season terminated. I hope he's Austrian. Hope Schwarzenegger's Austrian. Otherwise, that makes sense. Right, next we have Eddie, good old Eddie, another guy who was there last year, coming back this year, which is very good because it was a bit dull last year, some of it. So awesome, Eddie, good player, up and down, plays many positions. Really glad he's back. I thought he got better and better as the season went on. And yeah, I love his that thing he does. That what is it? When he goes for a header, he has that big cry, and he's like, "Eddie, Eddie!" and he boof, and it's straight as an arrow. Fucking awesome. Next on the list we have Adrian. Adrian, player of the year last year, up and down, huge, lovely beard, really suits that, you know, that position. I think right wing back. I associate with beard since Josh Burt. So that's really good. Beautiful man, battles, tries, you know, and I pity the winger who comes up against Adrian's wall. Okay, next we have, it's Jared, who's Adrian's mate. Rocky bastard. Right, so Jared is, I can't remember. Who is Jared? Wait, God. Now Jared is, he's been out for a while. A lot of people have been out for a while through injury or just through lazy arseness. He's one of them, I think, is lazy arseness. He's been out a while, he's back in the football, itchy as Adrian's beard to get back. I'll stop talking about Adrian's beard now, but yeah, he is Jared. Right, next we have Ruben. Now Ruben is a tough tackling defender from last year, another flowing onto this season. Cute little Ruben again. I think he got better as it went on. I think we can all share that. What else can I say? I don't know. I've seen him out and about shouting at random stuff, I think, in preparation for the season. Just blah, shouting stuff at things. Like, what's he shouting? I don't know, like stuff. I'm shouting at a granny. Shouting at a granny. What were you shouting, Ruben? You're shouting like, "Pull back!" or something to some granny. I can't remember. She was halfway across the street. Nearly killed the woman. I don't know either. Right, so Bernie, it's Bernie here with Love Child 6B. Now, Bernie's a bit of an enigma, isn't he? He's the most inefficient German ever. So if Bernie actually does remember to bring his boots, which he sometimes, honestly, you know, he doesn't, he's a bloody useful player. Big Bernie at the back. We all know about Bernie. Awesome stuff. Bye-bye, Love Child 6B. Next we have Johnny, sponsored by Gum Shields PLC. So Johnny is dropping down a couple of divisions. Many reasons for that. You know, get more game time, I suppose. He'll certainly be a key defender for us. I think also being with a lower team gives you a bit more license to do your vices. And we know Johnny loves his vices, his betting, his smoking, and his masochism. Oh look, no, masochism, I can barely say it. There's Johnny doing masochism. Dirty bugger. Next we have Kragsy, experience schmexperience. He give a no damn about experience, you know, like learning, getting wiser. He loves a good dribble in his own box, and I like a player like that who's got the balls to do it. Blind back heels, any day of the week, awesome stuff. Also, if he is pissed off with a player, he'll do something weird like pull the shorts down. That's the maturity I'm talking about, I want in my midfield. He's joined by another guy who used to play with him, actually with Kragsy, in the first team of Seatoon. And that's Stevie Bumf. They were both, in the while back, they were right up there in Division 1 or 2, I think 2. Maybe 1, no, probably 1. But they were right up there, and good players. I'm looking forward to putting them two together again. Stevie, you know, he's a bit on the old side, to be honest, you know what I mean? I mean, the only picture we had of him was in black and white. So, there you go, Stevie, very old, dusting his boots off. He had to get an industrial strength vacuum cleaner to get dust off that, you know what I mean? He's only about a year older than me. I'm kidding, Stevie. I love him, but something old, that'll do. Right, next we have me. Me, I'll just read this out because it's quick. Me, chinless, receding hairline, pot-bellied, petulant, sidewards, backwards, passing, weak little arsehole is the words I've got here. And coach as well. James Kane is back for another round of Alt JJ's goodness, knowing each of you is one step closer to waddling around with all them odd-shaped bald fellas in the Masters. Something about that, you know. It's nearly over and my legs falling to bits. That's me. See you later. As you can tell, I was a bit bored by now. Marky J, he's the guy who you have to trick into playing football because he wants to be on that bloody bicycle of his all the time. So you have to be like, Mark, come over here. And you start calling everything bike stuff. Like, the crossbar is the handlebar. The sideline is the saddle line. And when you say you're tired, you have to say, you have to think of it like spelled with a Y. So it's tired. Bike stuff, just to get him to play. If Mark ever breaks, this is for the new ones, we all know this already, but any new guys, if Mark ever just like malfunctions, just turn him upside down, put the chain back on, and he'll be ready to go again. Next we have, it's Ken, the Fred Astaire of the Alt JJs, dancing across the field with his light feathery feet, finding the killer pass and the odd goal. He got a few goals last season, Ken. Can he repeat last year's success? I would bet my career he can. Ken Career. Gotcha, yeah? Don't worry, you're in good hands. Next we have Joe Bootland. Now, Joe played last year. Really glad he's back. He only came at the end of last year. Definitely improved the forward line. Shit, I mean, the only disappointment with Joe is like we've tried to convince him many times. He'll tell you this. We're constantly convincing him. Joe, here's some blueprints, designs, financial, predictions. Please open a boot-themed theme park called Bootland's Bootsland. He just won't do it. Although hope was raised when he said he did like the tagline, it's beautiful. Next! What can I say about the people I barely know? I don't fucking know. Shut off! Brad, here we see Brad. I know we've seen Brad for a while, have we? Big Brad. It's impossible to say Brad without saying Big Brad. Big Brad, showing you a mint. I think it's a mint. He wants to show you anyway. He's always showing people mints. Big Brad, yeah, he's come back from injury. I think he was out. Oh God, he was out a long time. He was on crutches. I guess his life was kind of the pits, the Brad pits. But now Brad is out of that pit. Hopefully he's as tall as he was before, so we can continue hoofing up long balls to him. Woo! Q is my housemate. He's been brought in, 1, for his hot skills, 2, for more of his hot skills, and 3, because we just needed a Japanese cushion to soften the blow from Kotaro leaving, because we all gonna miss Kotaro, don't we? I haven't seen that bloody lad in ages, so it's nice just to have another Japanese lad who we can maybe just pretend for a little while that it's Kotaro. We just don't look at the thighs, and it might be not difficult to do that. Finally, we have a friend of Jerry. Any friend of Jerry is a friend of ours. His name is Chris White. I hope he's all white. He looks quite good. He played on the friendly right wingy. I think he played a little trick immediately. Yeah, we were paying attention. Yeah, it looks good. More players like that, because by God, we were weak up front last year. So looking forward to him coming in. He has already gone to the press. Bit disappointed that he went to the press already, Chris, to be honest. And he's been giving off quotes. Apparently, it says his signing comes with a bit of a caveat. And he said, I get nervous before games. And unfortunately, this plays havoc with me bowels, Chris confided. By the time we leave to go to the pitch, they'll be ruining the day they ever complained about the smell of DP. I tell you, he says. Totally disgusting, really inappropriate, but that's what the new guy, Chris White, says. Wicked doing poo jokes about some guy I've never met before. Right guys, that's the news. What can I say? Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Nobody joking. Soon there's going to be announcements of the friendlies. We have 4 friendlies each. I think only one of them is not booked properly. So yeah, soon we'll have that announced very soon, like this week soon. But that's all for now. Those are the squads. Thank you all for joining. Two strong squads there, I think. I think without a doubt there's improvement, especially in the old JJs. So that's going to be nice. And yeah, see you all real soon. Thanks for watching the news. That's what they say at the end of the news, isn't it? Thanks for watching the news. See you later. Bye bye.